Let me ask you something. Are you actually giving her what she craves in bed, or just what you think she wants? Because here's the uncomfortable truth. Most men are making the same silent mistake in the bedroom, and it's not what you think. It's not size. It's not stamina. It's something deeper. Something that quietly kills her desire, her trust, and the way she responds to you, even if she loves you. And no one's teaching this. But in this video, I will. We're about to break down 5 specific mistakes that are quietly destroying your sex game and keeping her from fully opening up emotionally and physically. You'll see exactly why she's pulling away, why the passion's fading, and what to do to become the kind of man she doesn't just want in her bed, but craves. If you're tired of routine, ready to build real intimacy, and want to be unforgettable in the bedroom, then this is for you. Let's get into it. And trust me, you're going to want to hear all 5. 1. Rushing foreplay, the fastest way to kill the vibe. Foreplay isn't the opening act. It is the show. Too many people treat it like a checkbox before the main event. But that mindset? It short-circuits true intimacy. Here's the truth. Women don't just flip into arousal mode instantly. Their desire builds emotionally, mentally, and physically. If you skip that build-up, you're not just cutting corners. You're robbing both of you of the full experience. For women, it's often the most important part of the entire experience. She doesn't just flip a switch and instantly get turned on. Her arousal builds like a slow flame. And if you skip that, you're skipping the part that actually opens her up to deeper pleasure. Think of it like this. You wouldn't jump into a cold car and expect it to run smoothly without warming up. Same applies here. So slow down. Kiss her neck like it's your favorite place. Let your hands explore with intention. Let the teasing build, gradually, confidently, with presence. Let her feel that you're not in a hurry, that you're in it for the journey, not just the destination. And here's the part too many men miss. The goal isn't just to get her physically ready, it's to make her crave you. When you take your time and let her body want you before you even get there, the sex becomes electric. Slow is sexy, teasing is power, and patience. That's where real intimacy begins. And here's the key, don't just aim to get her wet. Make her crave you. Make her feel wanted, worshipped, and safe enough to let go completely. When she feels that, her pleasure goes to a whole new level. 2. Stop asking, "Did you finish?" Learn to feel the answer. Look, the moment you ask her, "Did you come?" you're exposing something you might not realize. You weren't fully present. You weren't tuned in. And you definitely weren't paying attention to her. Because when a woman climaxes, it's not always loud or theatrical. But it is there. If you know her body, you'll feel it. Her breathing shifts. Her moans deepen. Her body tightens, pulses, sometimes even trembles. She may cry out, go quiet, or get extra sensitive. These are not mysteries, they're signals. But you have to listen. If you're asking, it usually means you were focused on your own performance instead of being present with her experience. So here's the shift. Don't wait for verbal confirmation. Study her responses. Watch how her body reacts. Learn her rhythm, her breath, her patterns. Become fluent in her language of pleasure. And most importantly, don't treat her orgasm like a checkbox for your ego. Aim to please because you want her to feel good, not because you need the gold star. When you stop chasing validation and start chasing connection, the whole experience becomes more intimate, more powerful, and yes, more orgasmic for both of you. 3. Ejaculating and then emotionally vanishing, the silent deal breaker. Let's talk about one of the most common and most damaging mistakes men make in the bedroom. Finishing, and then disappearing. Not physically necessarily, but emotionally. You roll over. Grab your phone. Knock out cold like it was a workout. And in doing that, you send a message, loud and clear. I got what I came for. I'm done now. Here's what you need to understand. For most women, the minutes after sex are just as intimate as the act itself. That's when she's most open, most vulnerable, and most emotionally attuned to you. If you check out right then, you break the emotional flow, and that cuts deeper than you think. Instead, stay with her. Hold her. Let her lay her head on your chest. Kiss her forehead. Stroke her hair. Say nothing, just be there. That's how you build emotional safety. That's how you show her that sex with you isn't just about climax, it's about connection. And when she feels that kind of post-intimacy security, she'll crave you. She'll trust you. She'll want more of you, not just your body, but your presence. Because real men don't just know how to turn a woman on. They know how to hold her. 4. ignoring her body, the fastest way to make her feel used, not desired. Let's be blunt. If your idea of sex is just an outdone, you're missing the entire point. That's not passion. That's performance. And she can feel the difference. Women want to be seen, not just touched. They want to feel like every part of their body matters, not just the parts that turn you on. And if you ignore her body, she'll feel more like a prop than a partner. Here's the move. Slow down and get present. Kiss her everywhere. Not just her mouth. Kiss her collarbone, her stomach, behind her knees. Run your hands over her thighs like they were sculpted just for you. Grab her hips like you mean it. Suck on her nipples. Hold her face when you kiss her like you're anchored to the moment. Let her feel worshipped, not rushed. When she senses that you're genuinely turned on by all of her, not just the obvious parts, her body responds in ways that will surprise you. She softens. She opens. She trusts. And that trust, that's what takes the experience from physical to transformational. Because here's the truth. Real pleasure doesn't start at penetration. It starts with presence, with intention, with the way you touch, look, and breathe around her. Treat her like art, not a task. That's when the magic happens. 5. Making sex predictable, the silent killer of long-term passion. Let's call it what it is. Routine is the enemy of desire. Same 2 positions. Same rhythm. Same ending. Every single time. That doesn't feel like seduction. It feels like a checklist. And once sex becomes predictable, it stops being electric and starts feeling like maintenance. Here's the truth. Women crave novelty. Not chaos, novelty. That sense of anticipation, of being surprised, of not quite knowing what you're going to do next. That's what keeps her body buzzing and her mind locked in. So break the rhythm. Try a new position. Something unexpected that lets you both explore different sensations. Change locations. Bedroom's cool, but have you tried the kitchen counter? The shower? The balcony? Introduce blindfolds, ice your mouth, your words. Whisper something filthy she didn't see coming. Touch her differently. Tease her instead of just taking. This isn't about doing circus tricks. It's about keeping the flame playful and alive. When she feels like you're still curious about her body, still inspired by her energy, still willing to explore and evolve, that's when she stays turned on. Because here's the deeper layer. Unpredictability builds sexual tension. It tells her, I'm not just going through the motions. I'm still chasing you, still inspired by you. And when she feels that, she'll show up with the same fire. Boredom dies, passion thrives, and your sex life stops being routine and becomes ritual. Conclusion. If this hit home, don't just click off. Drop a comment below. Let me know which of these resonated with you the most. Subscribe if you want more real, no BS conversations about intimacy, attraction, and sex that actually connects. Stay intentional. Stay powerful. And remember, it's not about doing more. It's about doing it better.